Coon Ass Podcast is intended for adult audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
In the bayou, you gotta get down in the mud to find the good stuff. It's dark, it's dangerous, and we don't give a shit.
Welcome to our third take of the Coon Ass Podcast. Third fucking take today. Third take today, guys. Because someone can unplug a fucking router and blame it on the one-armed fucking man! Shit! Work my damnedest! Work my heart out to give y'all a good fucking show! And all I get is fucking bullshit sometimes! Fuck! Hello, James.
Hello, sir.
And how are we today?
We're good. I'm sitting here trying to contain myself from all the vulgarity and having a good time.
Well, that's good.
I was almost killed by 3 women coming over here, by the way.
Really? And what happened there?
Well, I was on my way over here, and as you well know how Lafayette traffic is, and as a disclaimer, I'm not trying to single all women out, just a few. You know, they're in these big-ass Suburbans that their husbands bought for them to ride around in with all these kids. Just decides to come right on over and slam on the brakes in front of somebody and then act like it's my fault.
Really?
Yeah. Then I get further on down the road and another one speeds up, slows down, and then darts right over because they want to turn in the target from the right lane.
Damn.
So yeah, it was interesting getting over here. I was like, on my way to the studio and I'm going to be banged up. But I wasn't. I was blessed. I wasn't banged up. So I'm here.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank God. Hopefully our shit doesn't crap out on us again. Fucking, apparently somebody decided to unplug my router and, I didn't do whatever. Because of a fucking lamp. I don't even want to get into that. But anyway, yeah, so update, we'll always give y'all the health update. So last few days I've been having some PACs, some pre-atrial contraction, whatever, on your heart. So apparently my meds are not working as good as they should be. So I'm about to go tell my fucking heart doctor to go fuck himself because I'm just tired of this shit, to be honest with you. I'm done. Hopefully the sleep apnea thing comes back where I have it and I can start doing whatever I have to do there. But I'm telling you right now that I have had a fucking enough of a fucking heart doctor telling me, oh, it's nothing, when my fucking chest burns and hurts every time I have these fucking things. And then they continue. Yeah, last night, in fact, it started around 8 o'clock and went on until I went to bed. So I went to bed with these fucking things last night and I was like, well, fuck it.
They may have to check you for GERD.
No, you see, no, it doesn't feel like GERD. No, it does not feel. You gotta understand, it's the actual heart. It's a skip fucking beat, and then when it does, what it does is it's called a PAC, and the way it works is this. Okay, so you have boom, 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 boom. That's your normal beat. Mm-hmm. Well, my heart goes boom, 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 and so the atrial beat up goes fast after it. Then it hesitates and goes boom, big hit. There's a big hit because there's more blood in the heart that over that time period, and then it goes. So when you get those big hits, that's when it fucking hurts because there's more pressure. Okay, so you'll have every couple beats or whatever, and I've been having them constantly for like probably this week, 4 out of the last 3 or 4 days. I've had them when I get home. Now I've noticed I get them after I eat, and I've asked that, and this motherfucker kind of blows me off. So this heart doc is about to really get an earful come next week. Especially if they tell me I don't have sleep apnea. And I don't know how the fuck I don't have it because I don't get no fucking sleep, dude. I've been tossing and turning for years. So, yeah. So, I'm just saying that if apparently it shows that I don't, then this guy better come up with something quick. You know what I mean? Because I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. It's just, and look, the guy's trying, but at the same time, to tell me, it's nothing. Well, then I read all this shit, and it can, like Devin, who said it came out that people that have these, they're like in line for AFib. These are the people that can have AFib. So it's like, what if that's like this new study comes out, then why are you just blowing me up? Like blowing me off, like it's nothing. I mean, I think it's bullshit, and I'm what I might do is go live with my fucking people. Say, how about you explain to me, asshole, like how you think it's nothing, but my chest fucking burns and hurts every time I have these fucking things, and I'm being as calm as I can be, So it's
Well, you weren't calm a while ago.
well, no, and you see it's when I eat. There's something with what I eat. There's something there that I think it has to deal with. I looked at the valgus I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look it up, but there's some nerve, the valgus nerve that it's digestion, but also you can mess with your heart, and it might be that, and I don't know. I'm just I mean, the deal is hopefully it's not as bad as it, I mean, it doesn't go every other beat like it did, but it's just, I can feel like my meds aren't working. In fact, I got to go take them in a little while after this. So, so hopefully it'll get better soon.
Yeah, well, for me, so far so good. No more incidents, and I'm happy with that. Eating lighter, healthier, and feeling better.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Was glad to be able to get back to the podcast, get this going again with you. I mean, there was people asking about our show, and we thank them for that. Just true followers there, man. And
yeah. So I don't know if you guys just noticed, but I after every show, I will be uploading these onto YouTube now. I record these as we have a full studio set up now where I actually have a James, do that restart. You see on it says restart. Just restart it for me. I actually now have a computer specifically for streaming and doing stuff like that, and I have a computer for my recording. So, so I had to actually, if you notice, the voiceover for the listener discretion was actually me talking that today. I'll have that video. I'll have that audio next week. It's just that it's on a laptop that's kind of currently being messed with right now. So, but let's see who's in the house. Let's see Jeremy Louvier, Jessica Hebert, Chris Stronghaw, Crystal Dawn Smith, Jessica Morrow, Keith Lopez, and Patrick Blake. Everybody, thank you for...
Mr. Lopez.
Yes.
Mr. L.
Mr. L's in the house, yeah. So, so today is St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I am not wearing green. I think that's stupid. But tomorrow's my St. Patrick's Day, that's why. Tomorrow is Mr. L's birthday. He's born on St.
Happy birthday, Mr. L.
So yeah, I'll be calling him and wishing him happy birthday tomorrow. But
you know what I'm shocked of?
What?
You were sitting here doing a podcast over going to see Blues Traveler.
Well, it's because of the temperature and the last couple nights having.
Yeah.
I was gonna go, but after the last couple nights of having these ectopic heartbeats, I've decided to pass, and I'm very upset with that just because of the way I feel. I mean, the chance of me having them, it's probably low, but at the same time, I don't want to take the chance. I just now one thing I did do today is take a little bit more CBD oil that kind of keeps it in your system longer. I'm hoping that'll start helping. Keeps the medicine in my system a little longer than just normally. I notice when I do that, I feel like the medicine's working a little bit. So it is what it is, James. I mean, I can't. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this and get these gone. And that's what I want.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy.
I don't care what the doctor tells you. Go live with it. Go fuck yourself. I'm not living with this. You're gonna fucking fix me, dude. Okay, you're gonna fucking fix me and you're gonna take care of me because I'm just done. I am done with this fucking shit. I'm just finished. I'm just not happening. So, it is what it is. It's still affecting me at work. It's not allowing me to get, the energy levels that I had before. I mean, there's a lot of things with the meds and everything that it's getting to a point where, look, okay, I'm done with this. Let's fix this, or I'm going somewhere that they will You know, I will find whoever is going to fix this for me, because I'm done. You know, and it is aggravating. I mean, I feel, look, if people, you know, they have a guy by name of Sanjay Gupta, not the one that's on Dr. Oz all the time. There's another one, York Cardiology, and he goes on YouTube all the time, and he talks, and he actually dedicates a lot of time to ectopic beats, because he knows a lot of people get frustrated. Like, it really affects people. I mean, it affects you. Like, for me, I will describe how it affects me so people understand. When I have these now, if I have a couple and I can control them and they're done. So I have 3 or 4. Let's say I have 3 or 4, okay? And then they're done, and I have none for the rest of the day. I get a little tired, but I'm okay. But when they continue, and when I have them over a couple minutes or whatever, and it wears me out. It actually drains my body. I'm in a lot of pain, my chest, and I've said this to my doctor. He assures me that I'm fine, but sounds like he's fishing too sometimes, but. There's a lot of pain, and then I'm wore out. Like, I'm fucking done. I'm like I'm not.
Wipes you out.
Huh?
It wipes you out.
Yeah, it does. And a lot of people do not understand how it wipes them out. So when I say these things, I don't want people to think like I'm full of shit. Like, it really. I still look on a calcium channel blocker that really brings down your productivity. I'm still doing the same exact work that I've done at work, and walk 4 to 8 miles a day. You know, and just humping it all day long. I'm still doing that type of physical activity and on this medicine, and I'm really, my doc's like, you know, I had to show him. I was like, look, I'm busting my ass here. I mean, I'm not here trying to lie to you or anything. I'm like, look, bruh, I'm an active guy, you know, and that's partially why that ectopic beat didn't turn to anything else. That's what he told me, like, which is great, but. Yeah. I don't want to make this all about my fucking heart deal today. So I'm just going to say, hopefully my sleep center thing comes back where it is the apnea, and hopefully it resolves this issue so I can get off this medicine so I can be normal. That is my plan. So, yeah. So other than that, man, we got a couple of, my lovely wife is joining. Yeah. She's going to love the title of this. She's going to love the title of this podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, let's talk about a couple things. Okay, I want to talk about this stupid asshole who decided to shoot a bunch of fucking Muslims in New Zealand. I'm gonna tell you, you know, guy goes up, just starts spraying in a church, you know, and then he goes on Facebook, on the platform that we're live on right now. And streams it live, dude. That's just shitty. You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care what faith you are. That is just fucked up. You know, it's just messed up. It's really shit.
Well, he really thinks he's going to get some virgins for that when he gets to Allah.
I don't care what he thinks, man. That's just, you know, and the fact. No, well, here's the thing. No. You're not listening. A guy went into a Muslim church. And killed Muslims. No. He's all like, if you look at it, there's a manifesto he did, and dude, he went in there and he's like, they're trying to link him to right wing, whatever, but he's not. Like, this guy's just an idiot. Like, if you read his manifesto, he contradicts himself so many times. It's unreal. So, So it doesn't matter what religion or what you think, that's just messed up. They just went in there, he just sprayed in that church, man. And then, of course, they want to link PewDiePie and they want to link Trump to him. And I'm like, oh my God, can't you just say it's a travesty? Like, yeah. Like, I'm so tired of everything being politicized about anything. If somebody takes a shit that looks like Donald Trump's hair, it's Donald Trump's fault. Or it's just, I'm done with this. Like, you know, any human being on this planet would just say, hey, this is like, oh, Jimmy Kelly's announced. Any human being on this planet would just say, hey, it's fucked up, okay? This is fucked up. Like, it's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen.
No, when you
not rocket science.
When you can't go to church, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, now what's going to happen, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Fear, gun grab, fear. It's going to be The left wing's gonna want to take away guns, and the right wing's start buying guns, and then the price of guns are gonna go up. I mean, this is what it's about to have. Ammunition. Just get ready. If you whatever guns you have or whatever the fuck, what you believe, if you want to buy some more shit, better buy now because it's gonna go up in price. Just like you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumb, and that's kind of what's all crazy. It's like, you know, it's gonna be like that, like crazy fucking shit. So.
Yeah, you know, ammunition's going to become hard to get eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean,
firing pins, all that.
Yeah, firing pins, and I mean, look, I'm to the point now where I've realized that we're about to implode on this side of the pond. You know, we're going to implode. This government is going to implode. We're going to take a big shit on ourselves. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you know what? People don't take time to realize that this could, the United States could eventually turn into a real life Venezuela.
No.
They're throwing their money in the street because they can't even buy a cup of coffee with it. It's worthless.
Oh wait, yeah. They had a guy. Yes. They had a guy that they showed. They had a guy that showed like how much a cup of coffee, like the price of it went up in like a year. It's like, oh my God. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to look this up here.
Yeah, the deal in Venezuela, while you're looking that up, is getting bad. It's going to turn into something much worse. And not getting too deep into politics on the show because we promised we wouldn't. Trump is contemplating sending troops to Venezuela, of which I don't know that I agree with that because we're not the world police. I mean, being a veteran myself.
Let me see. Look, okay, here we go. Oh my God. I mean, this is. Okay, so less than 2 years ago, a cup of coffee cost 450 bolivars in Venezuela. The hyperinflation is so bad that it costs 1 million bolivars, which is 29 cents. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's inflation like you wouldn't believe. I mean,
you go
from 450 to 1 million.
Yeah, they can go and look at that picture that I saw earlier with all that money in the street, and it's worthless. Nobody's picking it up because you can't buy anything with it.
Oh yeah, it's just wow. I just don't know. Wow, what do you say to that kind of thing? I mean,
not much you can say.
Yeah, so I tell you what, it's getting. I've read some stuff that it's getting pretty bad over there. Like it's not is people. I don't think people really know how bad it is in Venezuela.
No, they don't. You know, that's just like locally here. We don't talk too much about local stuff because some of our listeners wouldn't have a clue what we're talking about. But our crime here locally is going up.
Oh yeah, crime's going up.
We're talking homicides going up.
Well, I don't know if you know this. The little guy that was murdered
at Grand Point.
At Grand Point is the grandson of somebody my mom knows really well.
Wow.
That helped my mom out, the Ropers. And they're members of the church on Broussard Road. And, yeah, man, that was their grandson. And now, I don't know what happened, but they said he was 18, dude. I mean,
18 years old, a baby.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
it makes you, I tell you what, I'm speaking for myself, and I've seen you do it. Heads on a swivel everywhere we go. Whether it's eating fast food, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I don't like. I pay attention to my surroundings now. I mean, people. Look, it's not. I don't trust people in general. I mean, I'm not gonna be. I might sound like a dick, but I don't.
You can't.
I don't take things for granted, and I look. I kind of look around, and I'm not saying I'm not saying that I judge people. I'm just saying that I just keep an eye out. I don't. I'm quick to just kind of. Hey, dude, back off or whatever. I mean, but we'll see. I mean, it's it's just scary. It's very scary. That's all I can say.
It is.
So, I'm just kind of, again, I'm just kind of like, wow, like the crime statistics and some of the things that are happening now, and it's getting to a point where we're going to literally, job. Everybody's saying like, oh yeah, jobs. We got jobs and jobs and jobs and jobs. Look, Trump can say what he wants in Louisiana. Jobs, they're not here. People are leaving. We know this. I mean.
Well, Forbes just put out that article you and I were discussing where Louisiana ranks dead last in places to find a job.
Yeah, you're right, and it's.
I mean, for God's sakes, the North Side Walmart just told 300 people, "Hey, you know what? We don't have anything."
Oh yeah, and speaking of that, man, I passed by there yesterday, going to a stop, working, and dude, they had so many people trying to get to a Walmart. It was literally like jam packed. It was like, holy shit.
I feel bad for them because some of them people have children to feed and they depended on Walmart. Now, some of the 4 or 5 other Walmarts in the local area will absorb some of it, but they won't be able to absorb it all. So those people are going to be looking for a place to work.
Yeah. I mean,
12 stores in the mall closed.
Lafayette is our neck of the woods is just getting to the point where we're gonna. People are going to have to make some very tough decisions soon. Like, are they going to stay in Louisiana or what they're going to do? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of.
Well, I mean, it definitely makes but even the people that take it for granted that, hey, I'm going to work Monday morning, it even makes them think now a little bit because things are getting to the point to where it's opening eyes.
Oh, yeah. I think about.
There was 28,000 people moved from Louisiana last year. 12,000 of those from Lafayette.
Well, yeah, David. People online shop now, but this was a Walmart with a grocery store, and it wasn't close to any other Walmarts. And in this case, it's because the economy on the north side of town is going to shit. In Lafayette, we don't like talking local shit, but I'm just being real that. It's you can see it, and people are not,
God's sakes, 12 stores in the mall are closed.
Yeah, we don't have a mall. We really don't have a mall.
No, it's really not. Yeah,
it's a wannabe mall. It was funny. There's like if you go online, you can go on YouTube and you can look up like old commercials, and I found some of the old Acadiana Mall commercials. Growing up. It was funny. It was just in looking at how the mall looked back then. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's interesting when you go back in time a little bit.
Well, yeah, Dave, it's always been that way. And yes, I know, Dave, yes. And I've talked about it before, and I'm not going to talk about it now. It is what it is. I have my thoughts on it, but it is what it is. Yeah, so...
to touch base real quick on one other thing. I don't know if Mr. L's still on, but the Tigers let us down yesterday in basketball. Disappointing.
Dude, we talked about it, and look, man.
They're never going to strip them anyway, but it's to say.
Just, they lost. They're going to be in the tournament. I don't know. We'll see. They don't have their normal coach, and He's bitching because he thinks he should be coaching right now because technically he hasn't been found guilty of anything yet. But it's like, hey, motherfucker, you're on
2 wiretaps.
You're on a wiretap saying, hey, I'm gonna pay this motherfucker to come to LSU. Hey, dumbass, shut the fuck up and go and just take your ass somewhere else. You're going to jail.
Yeah, and what do you think, Brandon? Let me touch a little bit on it because I know you loved to talk about it the other day. What about this scandal of getting people into lucrative schools with these movie stars and ex-politicians?
Oh, you mean the people who are they're paying to bring their? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, they got caught and named 2 so far, two very primetime actresses.
Okay. Let me bring this a step further. How long has this been going on?
Oh, well, it's been going on for a while, but I'm just saying now it's coming to light.
I could mention something. I can mention something where I work. How all of a sudden, well, I'm just going to say it's been going on. Like either people donate to the university or they, they build a new business wing or they donate, they become a full-fledged backer to the football team or whatever, or they spend a lot of money, just buying tickets. You see, dude, it's been going on for years, okay?
Yeah,
this is nothing new. I understand. Look, I understand the lawsuit because people that are less fortunate, but that's until, ladies and gentlemen, this is why college is a scam. Okay, this is why the whole college system in this world, and especially in the United States, needs to be reworked and actually just yes, they have football and all this bullshit, fine. But really what they need is just a secondary education system that you go to what you're going to learn and you learn your shit and you get out. That's it. The bullshit of learning all this, going through core curriculum again, when it's not even going through all this other bullshit curriculum that you're not going to use on your core curriculum. College is the biggest Ponzi and the biggest scam in this fucking country. Okay? Unless you're a doctor, and I'm only going to say doctor because lawyers can go fuck themselves because lawyers are pieces of shit. It's because of lawyers that we have so much fucking problems with healthcare and all this shit in this fucking country because they're all fucking sue happy because, and yes, Dave, we know it never will happen, all about the money. I understand that. But and if you're watching this on another medium, it's because we have live chat, whatever. So if you're wondering why I'm answering someone, but the deal is that there needs to be secondary education reform in this country. Everybody. The millennials were told, hey, if you go to college, you're going to get a job. Well, I'm going to tell you from personal experience what happens when you put a millennial in charge. Shit gets wrecked. Shit gets fucking wrecked. And I have nothing against millennials. Well, if you watch a few episodes on this podcast, you might think I do. But the point being, I don't like is that the thought process of how things should work versus how things really work, there's a big fucking divide. There's a huge divide in this world between millennials and Gen Xers, and that's just how it is. Okay? If you're a millennial watching this, I'm sorry that you grew up in a generation where you think you're entitled because in the real world, you work for your shit. And that's how it works. So, being that said, they need to revamp the secondary educational system in this country. They really do. If we can get that, like Europe is actually doing a good job with it. Kind of moving people. Like, okay, if you're not going to go to college, like say to be a doctor or a lawyer or something that's that needs college education. Well, hey, if you're going to be a carpenter, hey, guess what? We have a school that we can teach you carpentry and you can earn money and then you can be a master carpenter when we're finished. I think that's cool. Or if it's not carpentry, it's something else. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's jobs that people need. And there's nothing. Look, ladies and gentlemen, they're called snowflakes. Yes, David Lassane, I know. They're called snowflakes. Okay, I get it. I'm reading your comments. There's nothing wrong with doing a manual labor job. I want to stress this, okay? In my profession, I do manual work and I do some thought, okay? I do both, but I have no problem doing the manual labor. I mean, I don't. I think there's something. I think it's great when people do manual labor. I think it's awesome when people do manual labor, that they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. I think there's something honorable with that. Call me stupid. But I have no respect for people who make a lot of money for not doing anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're like a Wall Street investor, look at me. If you're a Wall Street investor, go fuck yourself. Okay, that's the type. Like, if you're that type of person that uses other people's money to make your own money, and you don't, and people say, "Oh, I'm working smarter." I have no respect for you. I don't think there's any honor in that, you know. And maybe I'm old fashioned, but that's just me, James. I don't give a shit.
Well, I know some people that make pretty good money day trading.
Yeah, but you know what? Do they do other things?
He used to. Used to be. In fact, this particular person I won't name was a diver. And he came in from diving and decided to do something different with the money he had saved and started day trading, and that's what he does. Now, he does remodel homes on the side.
Yeah, you see, now that's fine. You know, if you're doing that is respect. You're still working with your hands, you know.
Right, yeah.
And if it's this person I think you're talking about, I know he does, man. I know this person. Okay. I know he'll do manual labor.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know who you're talking about. I'm talking about people who are afraid to get their hands dirty. I'm talking about people who crack the whip. Like, if they're put in a position of leadership and they don't lead, they just fucking be the boss. That's what I'm talking about. And they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to fucking work. They don't want to fucking do shit. Those are the type of people I'm talking about. Okay? That they don't want to fucking get out there and hump it. They don't want to lead by example. They don't want to show or teach or help their people under them to become better employees. That's the type of people I'm talking about. I'm also talking about people that just sit there and they make all this fucking... I'm also talking about people that got money from their parents and won with a silver spoon. Because I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Contrary to what fucking Donald Trump will tell you, a lot of businesses in this world are like that now.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know... Okay. David Lassine has a question for me.
Nope, let's do it.
Why judge people who have an expertise in money working for people? They have the knowledge and should be paid for it. No, because the stock market is a derivative market. It's not the old stock market of before. The stock market of today is a gamble and is manipulated. It is highly manipulated, dude. Okay, it is not. If you're talking about someone who puts money into a legitimate business because they think they're gonna do well and they fully support that business, okay, fine. But at the same time, a lot of times people get insider information and the market is manipulated, dude. I'm not going to get into what I think of the stock market on this podcast. I'm just going to say this. The market is hyperinflated. It shouldn't be over 20,000. It should be around 10. The reason why it's at 20 is because the dollar has lost its value. Okay, you did not make money. Your money got fucking inflated. Okay, number one. Number two. Okay, the stock market is highly manipulated, dude. It's all bot trading. It has nothing to do with your broker. He puts your money in the bot machine and the bot machine does the work. He does fucking nothing. Okay? I'm telling you, dude, don't fucking disagree. My guy earns me 10% a year. No, your money's, yeah, I like to see that. Yeah, is your money safe? No, it's not, dude. Don't trust the stock market. My money is not in the stock market anymore. It's in a different market, but I will not talk about that market on this podcast. That will be on a separate show. Hint, hint. But no, your guy owns you 10% a year. That's bullshit. He might tell you he's owning you 10%. I want to see your fucking returns because I'm telling you, part of that is inflation. I can tell you that right now. Part of it is inflation, David.
25,848 is the actual number it closed with.
Dude, that should not be that fucking high. I'm sorry. It should not be. Money's inflated. I have proof if you want. Fine, you can show me the proof. Okay? I'm just telling you, Dave, that I would not put your money in the fucking stock market right now because that bitch is about to blow. So you take your money out fucking now.
$58 for a barrel of oil.
You can,
and yet gas is $2.30 a gallon at the pump. It's ridiculous,
dude. The stock market's fucking manipulated. Okay, like I said, it's all bot trading. It's all next time you know, stop by. Okay, fine. it's manipulated. All these markets are manipulated, okay? And there's no reason. I want you to think about something, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about something. The stock market, it's all about the the volume and the pricing and whatever. When you have all this pricing that's just gone up, right? $58 is too high. Yeah, 58. There's a lot of things that are too high on stocks, but it's because of the inflation of money. When you print more money, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's a quick lesson for you. If you have 100 gold bars, okay, and then you decide, okay, we're gonna print these pieces of paper that represent that you own one of these gold bars, okay? Then that would mean the 100 pieces of paper you print are worth one gold bar. Then you decide, I'm going to print 100 more, and what will happen is they will say that we'll take the 100 back, we'll print 200, and two of them will mean you own a gold bar. That means your paper at the time is only worth half a gold bar. And that's the concept of what the Federal Reserve does, ladies and gentlemen. It keeps printing money, and it's not backed by anything. So to say that Wall Street is a safe investment, it's the biggest Ponzi scheme on this planet, and yet people, whatever, just I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, when that stock market bursts, and it will eventually, it's not going to be pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, not going to be pretty. Just letting you know. Letting you know.
Not getting off subject of what you're talking about, but the death toll is up to 52 at the mosque.
Wow, 52 people killed by that idiot.
Yeah.
Just idiot. Just an idiot, man. Just an idiot. Stupid son bitch. Stupid son bitch. Yeah.
Hey, why don't you let's liven it up just a little bit. Why don't you tell people what new T-shirts you want from our experience today?
Oh, you want to talk about my experience today? Would you do me a favor while I'm doing that and go get me my meds?
Yeah.
Like, you can just bring the whole thing here. You don't have to just. It's 200.
I'll get your lovely wife to get them.
240 milligram, not the 120. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I have to take my meds, and I totally forgot, but I got to take them like pretty soon, so I'm going to take them now. Yeah. So today, I became a member of Costco. That is right. I became, stock market goes up and down, but long term it's an average up of 8% up. David, I'm just gonna say this. That's great, but be careful and pull your money the fuck out soon. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Most of your main business people are also telling you that too. But anyway, so today, ladies and gentlemen, I became a member of Costco. That's right. And I bought, underneath my feet right now, I bought a new pet bed for one of my dogs and couple things, and got like a free pack of batteries, but I will say, oh, who is that? Who's in here? Who's that? Wrong one. 240 milligram. It's the other one. I said 240. That's okay. So I became a member of Costco, and I have to say, man, Costco is fucking huge. Like, holy shit, huge. Like, Dave Ramsey is a dude. Don't get me started on fucking Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey go fuck himself. Okay? Some of the shit he says, I totally disagree with Dave Ramsey. Okay? I totally disagree with Dave Ramsey on some of this shit. Like, on some of the way he says. I mean, look, you have your belief in that. I don't. Okay? And it's all good. I'm not gonna, but I'm not on that subject anymore. Okay? So we're talking about Costco. Okay? So we're talking about Costco. So today I became a member of Costco, and we got to walk through, and yeah, man, it was cool. I mean, what do you thought of Costco, James?
Hang on. What we talking about? Costco?
Costco. What do you think of Costco?
Did you tell them about your shirt?
No, I haven't told them about the shirt yet. I'm just talking about, like, I became a member today of Costco, and I still getting comments whatever. But I'm talking about my experience at Costco and how I was just saying that that's a big damn store.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
he
big
has
store.
the lady rolling up there. He tells her, "Can I get one of those T-shirts?"
No. Hold on.
Okay.
No. It didn't start. No. I didn't start it with that. Okay, so I'm in line. Talking to the lady about what membership I'm going to get, and I ended up getting the platinum because if you don't like it, they will refund it and they'll pay for your next year. So I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, you're gonna give me my money back if I'm not satisfied. Fine. Okay, cool. Well, so she's telling me like Costco, and I'm gonna check this out tonight on the website. Like I'm gonna go to Costco site and I'm gonna check this shit out. Like you can get insurance, you can go on trips. Like Costco, I would like to join Costco with our grocery stores in the middle of a night. I don't blame you, Jay, on that. But like you can go on trips. You can go you can get hotels. You can buy a car through Costco. I mean, I'm like, so I'm thinking like the movie that made Costco put Costco on the map. I didn't know about Costco until I watched this movie was Idiocracy. And I'm like, I say, man, that's why, that makes sense on Idiocracy. And I can see the girl laugh. I said, no. So I'm not making fun, but I didn't know you. I said, now I understand why, like, they offered everything at Costco because y'all honestly offer so much stuff. I said, okay, now I understand why you're on the movie. Why Mike Judge put you on the movie. I was laughing. So I said, man, I want a shirt that says, welcome to Costco. I love you. Just like on Idiocracy.
Yeah, you got enough batteries for a year.
And then put on the bottom, nonprofit T-shirt. That way they know I'm not trying to make money off these shirts. But man, I would love to get a welcome to Costco, I love you shirt. Let me see if I can find. Let me see.
Oh, you're gonna look it up.
Yeah, look, here we go. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I don't know if you guys, hold on. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can get y'all to listen. It's a 12-second sound bite. I'm not going to let y'all watch it, but just listen. Let's see if it'll do it.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And look, the guy, like, I'm going to describe it to you. The guy's wearing a shirt with his own face on it. You see it?
Yeah.
I love that shit. I love that movie. I want that shirt. I want to see if they have a shirt. Let's see if T-shirt. Wait, they have. I think they do. If they do, this person's probably making some money. Oh my God! I want that shirt. Holy shit! I'm gonna buy it. Look, James, look.
Yeah.
Fantastic! They have that shirt. Oh my God! I need to buy. Oh. My boy's on his pet bed. Babe! Hey, babe! They got a welcome to Costco shirt. That's awesome. That's awesome. My dogs are trying to get in here. But yeah, oh my God. What's the name of the movie? Idiocracy. If you have not seen Idiocracy, oh my God. You know what I might do, James? I might do an actual review of Idiocracy on here. Like, actually talk about the movie, do an actual review of Idiocracy, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Idiocracy, dude. It's like, oh my God. So, yeah, I love Idiocracy. I mean, Mike Judge, the guy, okay, so if you don't know, Mike Judge, who did Beavis and Butthead, wrote a satire about what we would be in, like, I don't know, I think 300 years or whatever. And Idiocracy. What are you checking your phone for?
I'm not. I'm looking up something.
What you looking up?
You just talk and I'll let you know in a minute.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Idiocracy. I'm thinking about doing, like, that would be a good movie review. Like I love that movie. It's so awesome. Bobby Bernard in the house, boy. And now we cooking with some gas. Yeah. So anyway, so I tell him that, and then we walk around Costco, and I'm pretty impressed with Costco. Okay, I've never been in Costco, and my wife and I we were talking. We were talking for a while. Like, hey, should I whatever. Hey, babe, by the way, if you're watching this, I'd like my vape pen. I'd like my CBD oil. It's next to my bin. If you watch this. If not, I'll just have to do it after. But go ahead.
No, I wanted to confirm what I heard, and it is on a particular news site.
Uh-oh.
A Texas woman gives birth to 3 sets of twins in 9 minutes.
3 sets of twins.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
6 kids in 9 minutes.
God damn. She must have looked like she had a fucking turtle shell on her fucking stomach or something. Like fucking looked like a...
I don't know, man.
That's a lot of kids.
Let's see if I can...
Did she use... When oh my God. When Top Gun 2 comes out, we can do a review on that one.
Yes.
Oh, God. I mean... Man, I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple movies that I am excited about this year. Obviously, if you know me, I'm a Star Wars fan. So pretty much the last Skywalker film, as J.J. Abrams has said, is coming out at Christmas. And then Avengers Endgame, I definitely, want to watch that. And, they have a couple, movies I'm kind of, excited about, it all depends. I mean, I'm just definitely want to see my Star Wars. That's for sure.
Got to see it.
Yes. So yeah. But like Top Gun 2, I mean, it's so early in the filming. You don't know what the plot line. I mean, it could be where it's Tom Cruise involved, but if he's a trainer, it's kind of like how they use Burt Reynolds in like when he was older in some of the movies. Like one that put him on the front billing, but like he was a kind of a main character, but not, was Mystery Alaska. I don't know if you watched that. It was one of the early movies Russell Crowe was in, and it was about a town in Alaska playing an NHL hockey. Like they're playing their hockey team versus in the NHL. I think the Rangers, they played in a game. And it was a really good movie. It was actually awesome. But like they said Burt Reynolds was on it, but Burt Reynolds wasn't like a really, like he was on there, but he wasn't like the main character. It's like Russell Crowe. You know what I mean? So they might use Top Gun in that instance. But knowing Tom Cruise, and look, I bet you can't. Well, Joseph. Oh, look who's in the house. Is that Rain Wave here, I believe? Bet you can't wait for Frozen 2. Whatever.
Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, that's one. I think Wesley Snipes is involved in that one as well, which will be interesting. That's a and then they did, I don't know if you saw the spinoff of Fast and Furious with The Rock and Jason Statham. They have a spinoff of Fast Furious. Vin Diesel's not in it, but it's kind of like a spinoff of those characters. And that looks decent.
You know what? You know what else we need?
What?
And it's one of your favorite finishes with one of your favorite words.
What?
Old boy yells out, "Ma, the meatloaf."
The what?
Yeah, and Wedding Crashers.
Oh Lord, Wedding Crashers.
You didn't watch it?
Yeah, I watched Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Ma, meatloaf. Yeah.
And you forgot to throw that F-bomb in there at the end that he does.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's good. I mean, Will Ferrell's funny. I mean,
you ever realize some of our favorite actors are aging?
Well, yeah. I mean,
makes me feel old.
I mean, we're getting older, dude. I mean,
yeah.
And some of them are like, I don't know. I mean, like Harrison Ford. Okay, Harrison Ford is like 70, whatever.
Look at poor Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, some okay. It's like some actors, they know their prime. Julie says she loves Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Some actors and actresses know, okay, I'm going to go through this and then I'm done. And then they kind of drift off in the sunset and they live their lives and they enjoy their life. And then you hear about them dying later on and you're like, oh, wow. Yeah. And then some of them just don't know when to fucking stop. I'll take like Clint Eastwood's one like that. I guarantee you Tom Cruise is going to be that way.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, in my opinion, has lost a little step, man. His last movie.
Well, yeah, and yeah, my boy. Yeah. You know, now I'll tell you somebody who's actually backed off a while and nobody's really heard much from lately is George Clooney.
Yeah,
he's kind of taken that. Okay, I'm kind of okay. I've made my money. I might do a couple films, but you know, and it's good to see these actors every now and then do a film. Leonardo DiCaprio is another one that he handpicks kind of what he does. He doesn't like just do movie after movie after movie. You know what I mean? Like he handpicks, and it's kind of cool, I think, when an actor gets to that point because they go into very interesting roles. Anthony Hopkins was like that. When he got, once he made his money, he did like some crazy movies. I mean, like, and not crazy like bad, just like, you know, he's Hannibal Lecter. I mean, come on, that's great. He did Meet Joe Black, where he, you know, you get the pick. Yeah, I think you get the hand pick. He, you know, more when you get older, which is kind of cool. Once you make your money, when you're established, yeah, I can hand pick. I do what the fuck I want, and I think that's kind of cool. You know, that a guy can or an actor or an actress can do that. You know, women actresses more than men, I think. You know, because they can like say fucking, you know. Because Clooney, because he opens his mouth about look, man. Okay, actors and look, everybody has their opinions. The problem is that actresses and actors are always in the public eye, so they're gonna get a question, and then they're gonna have to, you know, they go off on something. I mean, that's just how the world works. I mean, we all know about actors and actresses' politics. Okay, come on, we know about Hollywood. Okay. We don't. To me, it shouldn't reflect like the person versus the art that they do. I mean, to me, there's a difference. Like, you know, I can like a movie and its content, and I can hate the actor. You know what I mean, James? Like, I can hate them. Like, if they're a piece of shit, fine. But it doesn't mean if they do a good job in a movie. Why? I mean, the movie's just a story. It's in itself. You know, it's not this big thing. I don't understand. You
want to hear a true story?
Sure. Let me hear a true story.
Yeah, true story. Many years ago, when "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" came out with George Clooney, I was working with a police force, and that movie was shot in Jackson, Mississippi, and I was assigned as his personal escort. Me and my partner, with him and John Goodman. You know, he's a real down-to-earth person. I had a great time getting to meet him and talk to him, and obviously keeping people off of him. But
yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, you know, people are just people, man. You know, like I've met some pretty, you know, well-known people, Emerald, and a couple of celebrities I've met over the years, and people are just people, man. I mean, they could see that though. I mean, you got Mr. Clooney was very outgoing. Mr. Goodman was more reserved. Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot about John Goodman. That he kind of he's a nice guy, but he's more reserved until he if he knows you or whatnot. And you have to be. I mean,
absolutely.
Shit. I mean, I wouldn't want that man, but he's too liberal for me. That's cool, man. I mean, people look. You can agree to disagree on shit, man. I mean, that's what you people don't realize. For all you people, and I'm gonna say it flat out. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you want to not like someone because of their politics, fine. But I think you're missing out because you can always agree to disagree with somebody's politics. You don't have to like their politics. It's okay. There's no problem with that, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like if you think you have to like all my politics, you don't. You don't have to like everything that I like. That's what makes us different. It's great. You don't have to do that. I mean, shit.
Right. That's why we all have choices.
This is why the United States is really fucked up right now, guys. It's because if you don't like my political stand, then you're my enemy, and that's what's going on, and all this bullshit. You know, that's what's going on. Nobody's working together. Love this music. let's see. Eastwood may be old, but loved his recent movie about the drug. You know what? I do want to watch that. Mule? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I watched it.
Mule? Yeah. So.
It was not one of his best.
Oh, okay. You went see it.
I did.
Okay. Mule. That's an interesting. It's an interesting movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was the mule. I mean, he. I won't get into it because I won't spoil it for you. But
well, I mean, I know the synopsis. I mean, the premise of it. So, I mean, we will not. No spoilers on here.
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. No spoilers on here.
you know, you had one of your WWE people passed away again the other day. King Kong Bundy.
Yes, King Kong Bundy. Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
He. And what's sad is a lot of people think. I'm gonna talk a little WWE now. WWE. A lot of people think that King Kong Bundy should have been inducted into the Hall of Fame when he was alive, just like Big Van Vader. And I agree. The WWE Hall of Fame is a joke sometimes. Like, some of the people that really deserve to be in the Hall of Fame are not in there. I mean, like I said, Van Vader, King Kong Bundy, there's a few others. And I am not a technical guru, like I know all this, stuff about WWE, but King Kong Bundy was one I do remember because it was one of the first big men I saw as a kid. On TV, like he was, at the time him and Hogan were fighting, and I was like 6 or 7 and I started watching wrestling,
You didn't see Andre?
Well, no, because Andre stopped wrestling after WrestleMania 3. Okay. So Bundy still was kind of in the mix, and then he also did Mid-South and all that stuff. So, I mean, really, no. I saw Andre a couple of times, like on TV, but he wasn't. Andre was in the twilight of his career, where King Kong Bundy and Van Vader and all those types of big, the One Man Gang. That's another one that's not in the Hall of Fame. One Man Gang, who's an awesome big man. I'm trying to think of all the big men at that time, but they were big. Tugboat and the Natural Disasters, the tag team Tugboat, John Tenta, and that's another one not in the Hall of Fame, and Tugboat and Earthquake. It was Earthquake and Typhoon, but it was Tugboat and Earthquake. You know what I mean? Those two big men not in the Hall of Fame. One of the big, they were a huge tag. They won tag team titles. They held them multiple times. I'm saying there's a lot of big men not in the Hall of Fame, and they need to be. So it's kind of, Bundy should have been in the Hall of Fame. That's just bottom line. Andre. A lot of people know Andre the Giant. I mean, he was a legend. Everybody knew Andre the Giant. But King Kong Bundy, frickin' One Man Gang, all those guys too need their due. I mean, Big John Studd. I mean, I think he was inducted after he died too. So it's kind of, with those kind of things, it's kind of one of those things where, it's hard. It's sad. And look, what's eerie is that he tweeted out he was gonna be. This is how short life is, ladies and gentlemen. You never know when it's your time. 2 hours before, he tweeted out that he was going to be at a Comic-Con or whatever, at a WrestleCon or somewhere with, I forgot who, but saying, hey, I'm going to be here, blah, 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 that weekend. And then 2 hours later, he was dead, So it's one of those things you never know. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, like Hacksaw, I think is in the Hall of Fame, and he is. But that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. That's why, I give y'all updates with my heart thing, just because you never know. I mean, I might, boom, I can't do the podcast anymore because of something. So far, so good, But I'm taking it one day at a time, and I'm not scared, but it's just like you're just realistic about it. You know what I mean? So James, in the last minute of the podcast, do you have anything to tell anybody?
No, you put a synopsis on it, and I just want to reiterate it. You're here one day, you're gone the next. please call your families, talk to them, keep in touch with them, and your good friends, and just call them out of the blue one day and say, hello, man, I was thinking about you, or how you doing? Because as my boy here put it, you never know. Thank you guys for being here and listening to us, and you guys are why we do this.
And what's that, guys? With that, guys, thank you for this coming with us with the Kunas podcast. We'll be back next Saturday. It will be, I think, my birthday edition?
Yes.
We'll call it my birthday edition.
Lordy, look who's 40.
I won't be 40 exactly then, but at the same time, it'll be close enough, and then I'll let James fuck with me a little bit. So with that, guys, don't be a shit!